Philadelphia Eagles on the road at the Minnesota Vikings. This is 1.5 to 2.5 in favor of the Eagles on the road. 43.5 to 44 is our total. So, interesting quarterback stuff going on there in Minnesota. You have Carson Wentz that has a shoulder injury. You have J.J. McCarthy who has the high ankle sprain. J.J. McCarthy takes to the podium on Tuesday and says, yeah, my second opinion on the ankle really said 4 to 6 weeks. This would be week 4. And Carson Wentz dealing with a throwing shoulder injury. And then you have the offensive coordinator who comes out in his press conference and actually mentions the third stringer, which is like just odd in the first place. Max Bronmer, by the way, if anyone was wondering, undrafted free agent, third string there for Minnesota. Noops, I don't like what I've seen so far from the Eagles. I think this offense is sputtering for sure. All of the different things that you hate about this Eagles team, but man, the quarterback position is the most important position in all of the NFL. And if I'm going to get this Philadelphia defense going up against either a banged up Carson Wentz on his throwing shoulder, a J.J. McCarthy who's not fully recovered from a high ankle sprain, or God forbid, an undrafted rookie third stringer that ends up having to come in because Carson Wentz re-injures his shoulder or whatever it might be or something. At 1.5, I played it. Prove me wrong, Minnesota. I'm okay in moving Eagles even further down my power ratings than I already have. I'm fine with that, and I'll pay the price to take the lesson.
Yeah, it's one of those spots where, to make this even more interesting, as the week's gone on and we learn more and more about the Vikings' curious quarterback situation, people have continued to bet Minnesota. This game opened Philadelphia -3 and has been pushed all the way down to 1.5. We're now back to 2.5. I wonder if we do snap back to 3. How do you trust either team? The Vikings. Is McCarthy really that hurt? Is this a soft benching? There's been a lot of conversations about that. Carson Wentz hasn't looked great, but you don't have to look great when you're just throwing the ball to Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson over and over and over again. There's plenty of options in that offense. So you don't know who's playing at quarterback. I mean, Max Brosmer, I'm going to be honest, Matt, you saying his name like 3 minutes ago is the first time I've ever heard his name in my entire life. That is the first I've been aware of Mr. Brosmer, who, again, with all due respect to someone that's probably better at football than I ever will be at anything, is not someone that I'm ready to trust. At the same time, the Philadelphia locker room, you hear what is becoming louder than whispers about maybe A.J. Brown wanting to go play football somewhere else. That is not what you are looking for here. The Philadelphia Eagles offense, and it seems to be a lot is being put on the coordinator, just have really struggled. They haven't looked good, but I mean, -2.5, this Philadelphia team should be able to control this game regardless of who plays quarterback. So if it really is anybody but Carson Wentz, I probably will go in and bet the Eagles -2.5 if that number is still available once we find out. But for now, there's more unknown about this game than any other game in this slate.
I'm paying the price for the lesson here, and if the lesson is that this Eagles team really is on the severe decline, then that's my monetary punishment for the lesson. But the quarterback stuff freaks me out. It's just, J.J. McCarthy wasn't really good anyway when we did see what we had in him. A high ankle sprain is nothing to mess around with. If he's on the front end of that recovery as opposed to the back end, that's all weird. It's a throwing shoulder deal for Carson Wentz. I don't know. I just can't get there. So
yeah,
again, Philly, if you can't get it done against a couple banged up quarterbacks, then you're going to be on the severe decline for sure in my power ratings.